We are raised on a persistent myth about the professional world, that emotions are a liability, and a true leader must remain perfectly stoic while always having every answer. To meet this impossible standard, we construct a psychological defense mechanism, an armor of perfectionism, designed to protect our egos and project an image of total control. While this heavy plating stops us from getting hurt, it simultaneously acts as a cage. By sealing ourselves off from risk, we inadvertently suffocate innovation and prevent any genuine connection with our teams. Over 2 decades, researcher Brené Brown analyzed the behaviors of elite operators, including military generals and Fortune 500 CEOs, uncovering a reality that directly contradicts traditional corporate dogma. The research identifies vulnerability as the single most accurate gauge of human courage. This raises a difficult question. How can the willingness to expose oneself to risk and uncertainty, traits usually seen as flaws, actually serve as the foundational superpower of modern leadership? True vulnerability in leadership isn't about oversharing personal details. It is the practical willingness to stand firmly in the face of uncertainty and emotional risk. It looks like a CEO looking at their team and admitting they don't have the solution to a crisis, or a founder greenlighting a high-stakes product launch when the data suggests a significant probability of failure. This courage extends to radical communication. Often, managers hide behind vague language to avoid the awkwardness of a difficult conversation, mistaking silence for politeness. To fix this, wholehearted leadership relies on one primary rule: clear is kind, unclear is unkind. Withholding the unvarnished truth under the guise of sparing someone's feelings denies them the opportunity to improve. That lack of clarity creates a form of systemic cruelty where employees are set up to fail without knowing why. Guiding these difficult conversations requires a narrow set of principles. While many companies list dozens of values, a list of 10 values effectively means you have none. Elite leaders identify exactly 2 core values. These serve as an uncompromising North Star, providing a clear path forward during the height of a crisis. If your value is courage and a client asks for something unethical, the decision is already made. You reject the request immediately, letting your values resolve the internal conflict and reducing the psychological weight of the choice. Trust isn't established in a single grand gesture. It's built incrementally. Think of it as a marble jar, where every small, honest interaction adds a marble. To ensure that that jar stays full, we can use the Braving framework as a behavioral formula. We start with boundaries, respecting limits; reliability, delivering on promises consistently; and accountability, owning and correcting mistakes as they happen. Then we have the vault, protecting confidential information; and integrity, the habit of choosing courage over the ease of comfort. Finally, non-judgment, the ability to ask for help without shame; and generosity, assuming the best possible intentions in the people around you. Systematically applying these 7 metrics creates an unbreakable ecosystem where a team will face extreme adversity to support their leader. If you commit to stripping away your armor and taking genuine, value-driven risks, falling is a mathematical guarantee. You will fail. In the immediate aftermath of a crash, the brain instinctively invents protective conspiracies, narratives like, "I'm not cut out for this," or "everyone is out to get me," to deflect the pain of the fall. This is where a leader must learn to rise, by ruthlessly auditing those internal stories and separating emotion from fact. You have to sit with the discomfort of the failure, analyze the raw data of what actually went wrong, and then engineer your return. The critical challenge is re-entering the arena and returning to the fight without putting that psychological armor back on. We live in a digital landscape where the default is to hide behind a screen and project a fake sense of perfection. Identifying where you are currently wearing your armor is the first step toward genuine authority. Drop the plating, have the difficult conversation, and find courage to lead with your whole heart.